My name is Becca and this is Bill, and we're owners and farmers here at Bottomland Farm. We're a small diversified farm in Tioga County, New York. We try to work in conjunction with natural systems as opposed to trying to suppress them. And we sell direct to consumer at farmers markets and also with delivery. We sell a lot of different pasture-raised meats. We sell shiitake mushrooms, heirloom, and unique varieties of vegetables. And all of that can be found on our website, bottomlandfarm.com.
Hi, I'm Danielle Singer. I work for Tioga County Soil and Water Conservation District, and I help Bottomland Farm with their implementation and planning of their grazing system project. The farm worked through the AEM process with the district and developed a grazing plan. AEM stands for Agricultural Environmental Management. We were able to secure funds for the project through a round of AEM implementation funding that the state provided, and constructed the project over the last year and a half. We first constructed wetland potholes through our partners, the Upper Susquehanna Coalition, who are experts in this field. Then we hired a contractor to plant 4.3 acres around the wetland project and stream buffer areas. We planted 900 trees and shrubs. Then contractors installed the watering system and fence to finish the project. The farm tripled their grazing acreage, and the permanent watering system removed manual hauling of water to livestock, both of which were limiting their grazing capabilities before.
We first contacted Soil and Water when we had purchased this piece of the property, and it had been corn and soy for about the last 50 years, and we wanted to transition it to more perennial crop, mainly pasture, so that we could rotate animals around on this piece of property here.
So some of the benefits of raising meats on grass is you get a huge buildup of biomass under the soil surface. There's more resiliency, there's more nutrient management practices that can be observed. You don't have to have as many chemical inputs, and you can have a more balanced ecosystem. The other benefit of raising grass-fed beef, chicken, pork, goat is it's nutritionally superior to that raised in confinement feeding. And then a side note is ruminants turn grasses that humans can't eat, lignins, hemicellulose, and cellulose, into proteins and fats, which are highly dense, nutritious food.
And I think too, it's the way that we enjoy raising our animals. We enjoy seeing them act with their natural instincts like they should. Being able to work with them and rotate them on a daily basis and watch how that improves the soil in the fields has really been a huge benefit. So our project has been really awesome and has really helped to increase the efficiency of what we do every day, in addition to a lot of other things. But the watering system in particular has been a huge asset for us and has really decreased the daily chore time, so that we can focus on other things that help our farm grow, help improve animal welfare, help improve our quality of life. So it's been a huge time saver and really just a huge benefit overall for both the animals and ourselves. And the natural buffer, I think, has been really fantastic, and we're really excited about seeing it progress over the next several years. We plan to have this property in farming either ourselves or in the future with family or other generations, and so that the long-term impact of this natural buffer was something that we really wanted to think about and implement.
And part of the building this buffer, taking it out of production, being that it's wetter ground, it would be great silvo pasture for goats or pigs or cows. But the benefits that we can get from the diversity of what's naturally here, the amount of space that's been lost to people building houses, clearing hedgerows to plant more row crops. We don't have a hawk issue here presently, knock on wood. And part of that is attributed to the amount of songbird activity, is what research is saying in the Midwest. So if you can incorporate more natural habitat for the hawks to have something to eat other than your chickens, then you don't have to worry so much about it. And it's a self-perpetuating cycle that way. You have more songbirds, more fruit trees, more rodents, coyotes and foxes concentrate on eating their natural food, so we don't have the predation issues that we have. It's also really nice to just walk out here in the middle of your day and stop and look and see tulip trees blooming or elderberries in bloom, and see how it changes almost on a weekly basis throughout the year. That's part of the cycle of farming, is not everything is harvesting tomatoes 12 months a year. Sometimes you're planting, sometimes they're blooming, sometimes you're trimming or trellising. So it's nice to have that system naturally that just exacerbates the other natural systems that we have in place.
There's many environmental benefits of this project. Improved water quality for the stream leaving the farm, which flows to Owego Creek, protection for the recharge zone of an EPA sole source aquifer, reduced erosion, improved soil health, and increased carbon sequestration from converting a row crop field into rotational grazing pasture. The forest buffer will improve water quality by filtering out excess nutrients before they reach the stream from the farm pastures and sequester carbon as the plants grow. Wildlife habitat has been improved and diversified with the buffer plantings and wetland enhancement. Through the implementation of their project, which focused on a prescribed rotation grazing system, along with wetland enhancement and riparian forest buffer implementation, we have addressed all the high priority resource concerns identified on this farm. This project allowed Bottomland Farm to take the next step in improving their environmental stewardship and land management.